Not good for a young boy.
No, no, no.
But it's part of the experiences of
Yes,
life.
yes.
Okay. Now, looking through your life, struggles, and struggles, what are those things motivating you to want to read? Because we have stories of people with little trouble, they forget reading. What was motivating you to the extent that you decided that yes, you had to travel?
As a matter of fact, I had managed to travel a long time. But a cousin of mine, Abiodun Adelako, is dead now, called me one day and said, I do not like the life you are leading. Where is your passport?
Okay.
When he saw it, he advised me to go and pay for passport. Then I paid a lawyer then who obtained the passport for me. After obtaining the passport, I traveled to England. But for his advice, I have nothing in mind of traveling to England before. But thank God, when I was coming from England, he was the one that came to meet me, my wife and 2 children I had then, at the airport. And for 12 months I was in the law school, he was giving me £10 monthly as allowance. May God...
Those days?
Yes, those days. May God grant him and God grant him Johnny mercies.
Amen.
May God keep and protect his children.
Amen.
He left behind.
Amen.
Because he had done much for me in life.
Now, when you go to London, why secretaryship?
And again, another one that when I came from England, or before I went to England, that woman you are seeing, you looking at,
yeah,
he was my sister. I understand when I was taken away from my dad and mom at the age of 6 months, she was still in the farm. She was half sister to my mother.
Okay.
She was backing me all around. She was the one keeping me and taking care of me. And even when before I went to England, I was thinking it was when I was in his sisters, he started taking care of me too. And he took care of me when I came back from England. He was giving food anytime I went to law school and come back. And he was very, very in love with me, and I'm much in love with him and her children. Okay. May the glory of God keep his children, her children.
Okay, amen. So I was going to ask, why the choice, your discipline? What determined your choice of discipline? First of all, draftsmanship, secretary, then law.
Well, when I got to England then, I did not know the course I wanted to do. That's why I started draftsmanship. But after 6 months, I said, what is this called draftsmanship? Then I had a friend in England then. I've forgotten his name now. He advised me to go and do secretaryship. Immediately he advised me. The second day I started doing it. He was doing it there.
Yeah, okay.
Immediately I started doing it. But the accountancy in secretaryship gave me a long time before I finished the secretaryship. Because I failed the accounts about 4 times before I could be passed it. But immediately I finished the accounting, I'm in the secretaryship, and the result came. I decided that I wanted to do law. The money to be paid, £80 then. I hadn't got it. I sent to an uncle, I won't mention his name,
okay,
to send me money. He did not send the money. Not only that he didn't send the money, his reply to that my letter of asking him more money came the second month I passed my law exam. The law exam was made possible by my niece, Mrs. Olanrewaju Adeshina, later Mrs. What do you call that?
Jones.
Mrs. Jones.
Okay.
Princess.
Oh, he had died.
Okay.
He's the daughter of Tubara of Ibara, Additional.
Okay.
He had died, she had died, but I still remember his good deeds to me in my life. I pray that the children met such kind of help from people.
Okay. But the situation is still, what interested you in law in London?
Well, immediately I finished secretaryship course. I don't remember that in my town is only one Chief T.A. Oyagbola is still living that did law. And he was in England then doing law. And I said, well, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to follow the example, the course of my cousin. That's why I
started law. But did you experience any discrimination as a black man while you were living in England?
No.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay. In 1965, you came back to Nigeria.
On the 10th of October.
Okay. What decided you to come back? Because some people, they didn't even have any plan to come back.
Well, immediately I passed the exam in July. I passed the law exam, and I was called to bar in England on the 20th of July 1965. Then immediately I was called. I said, well, what am I going to do in England now? Nothing. Then I started packing and making arrangements, and I came back to Nigeria on the 10th of October.
Yes, the program is Reminiscences. My guest, Chief Oladuni Aremu Sanni, a lawyer of repute, a charter secretary, and a former senior magistrate of the old western states of Nigeria. Now, let's digress now. Family life. What decided you to settle down with the woman you were married?
Well, before I left for England, she was my girlfriend. Immediately I got to England, I changed all my ways of life because I did not have any sex with any human being for 1 year before I sent for her. And when I sent for her, my parents made arrangement to go and see her parents. And when they finished everything, the whole engagement and anything pertaining to marriage happened on the 3rd of July 1960 with this my aunt sitting there now, late Marian Adedoyoni Adelaku. He championed everything with my mother and father and every other members of my immediate family. They went and did everything pertaining to a marriage, and everything was completed on the 3rd of July 1960, and she came to meet me in England in August 1960.
1960. And since then you've been together. Now
we have been together since then.
Exactly. So what are the
58 years?
58 years. What are the secrets of happy married life?
Well,
especially for the young ones we are saying today. What can you advise?
Well, the young boys should try as much as possible to be sincere with their wives. And the wives too should try to be sincere with the husband. Imagine the two together, I'm sure there will be a long marriage, and with happiness and confidence. But without that, if the husband is not good, it's trouble. If the wife is not good, it's trouble. Both of them should be of good mind towards one another. Once that happens, no problem.
Okay, well, has prosperity got anything to do with happy married life?
As
prosperity?
no. It hasn't got to do anything to do with happy marriage. Prosperity will not. If you are a prosperous person,
Yeah.
and you marry, and your character is not good, the marriage will not be good.
It's the character.
Yes. And if the woman that you meet is a dubious woman, there won't be happy marriage. That's why I thank God. The happy marriage God given to me to give to my children, and they are all enjoying the same thing which I have enjoyed now, because God has given them husband and wives to of their choices.
Okay, you led me to my next question. Having good children.
Yes.
Can one really plan for that?
No.
I'm asking, yes. I'm asking because exactly.
No,
So,
you cannot plan for it.
So-
God can give it to you. You cannot plan it. You cannot plan it unless God gives you the type of family that will behave well.
Okay. So if I say that if I do this, definitely I'm going to have good children. I can't say that.
No. You cannot. You cannot predict what anybody can
do.
Yes. But we pray to God to give us good children and good wives and good husband.
Okay.
That's how we can achieve the greatness we have in life.
Okay. At this juncture, let's talk about your profession, the legal profession. In Nigeria today, are you happy about the status?
I am happy.
Okay.
I am happy about my status in Nigeria today.
Okay.
And I thank God for all the cases I've done. I have no regret.
You want to hear some memory cases? Perhaps the most difficult one you faced? If you can remember.
Well, I will remember one Akebo in this case in Ota, which I started at the High Court in Laro. I won't mention the name of the judge.
Okay.
He gave judgment against me. I appealed to the Court of Appeal. I won. He appealed to the Supreme Court, but unfortunately my opponent then was F.R.E. Williams.
Okay.
Who is buried in memory. He saw that the judgment was good, but he had a loophole that the judge gave the judgment 5 months after, and the case was sent back to Ogun State. Then we have to start again, and it was before Justice J.A. Ofshawarahan.
Okay.
Almost about over 90 years now. It's still living.
It's living, yes. It's living.
He gave judgment in my favor at the Abeokuta High Court, though that court is then Ota.
Okay.
When I appealed to the Court of Appeal, I won. Unfortunately, after I won the case, the Chief J. Ojo, who was the principal and others, died. But his son, who is a lawyer, appealed against the judgment of the Court of Appeal. But fortunately, I won at the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And there's another one case which took me to OGBC. Aremu Adeoye versus OGBC. It was a very long-standing case. But it was the first case I did for OGBC, and I won the case. So Ogunjobi was the one following me to court during those days. There are other cases too which I won, and I thank God.
Okay.
Throughout my life career, throughout my career as a lawyer, I don't lose many cases. I lose lots of cases, but I got through all other cases by the grace of God.
Okay, looking at the judiciary in Nigeria as a whole, what's your impression about today?
Nigerian judiciary has changed. Because there are bad judges and good judges. But we don't know what's going to happen. Because of the bad judges we have, that is why you have cases against some judges now. And even if you have the opportunity to know what is going on in this disciplinary committee of the law, you know that so many lawyers are still because they are not doing well at all. But we can only believe that things may be okay, because the way everybody is being tried now for unlawful behavior will make new lawyers change their attitude of misbehaving.
Okay. There's one major question that is always around the legal profession in Nigeria. Why do cases take long to complete?
I don't know. We don't know. And we don't know. I don't know what they can do to stop that. Because cases take too long in Nigeria. But maybe as we go on, things will change. But I pray that the people of the judiciary think well about future.
Okay, let's talk about your experience as a magistrate in whole Western State.
Yes.
It was after that you now set up your own farm.
Yes.
Okay, what are the experience? You were also at Bola Ige Chambers?
Yes, I was at Bola Ige Chambers.
Okay.
I left Lagos because Mr. Murundia, a senior lawyer, recommended me